On this episode of Carnage, we're getting rid of this mess with a little help from an old friend. So we are back with the Supermang. We've been waiting on parts for a little while, but they have arrived. So we are ready to swing into action and get rid of all this mess and get ourselves an underbonnet intercooler and get it ready for Holden Nats. The only reason we've left all this on at the moment is so we can, start the car, run it, drive it, move it around as needed. Well, now it's on the hoist and we can get rid of all this gear and get some proper intercooling into this thing. And to help us today, we've got my mate Benny. He's come down from Echuca to give us a hand. I met Benny years ago, back when he was in the army, working on Armageddon, Project Digger, all those army burnout projects they used to entrap new apprentices into the fold. No, look, army life's a good life, and you did what, 12 years or so in the army?
Just over 13 by the time I got out.
There you go. So, post-army, you've been working in mining and perfecting your Ned Kelly beard, and
yeah, threw the razors away, went mining for a long time. Yeah, it's been a good change.
So, how do you feel about working on a VN Commodore? It's probably been a couple of years.
Oh, look, I'm beyond excited. I don't actually have the vocabulary to express what I'm feeling right now. I was honestly just coming in for coffee and whatever free stickers I could find around the workshop. But look, if we've got to work on this, then let's do that.
Let's do that. It makes about 300 horsepower at the wheels at the moment, which isn't too bad for a V6
tidy.
Commodore. But I know I promised we're going to work on the front end, but right now we've had diff gears and a diff center turn up, so we have to riff the diff out so we can get that off to Luke at Mobile Diff Repairs and get him to fix that up, because it definitely needs some diff gears. So let's get it up, get the diff out. So we've had a delivery from Mace. We've got some 3/7 gears, that's right, we're going to go 3/7s. So got some gears there, and we've got, excuse me while I just put this out.
You will be.
We've got what they call a torque lock LSD center, which is kind of a worm drive LSD, like a True Track type arrangement. Very similar to what we put in the Volvo. So, works good in the Volvo. I'm sure it'll work good in our Commodore. So, that's there. Let's get the diff out so Luke can put that in there and we can go much faster. Much faster. Sway bar, tail shaft, upper control arms lowers, and our brake line. Yeah, it's kind of going to suck a little bit, but it needs to be done. How's your ears?
Good, thanks.
should be noted that out of us two, only one of us is a qualified mechanic. You guess which.
Not a very good one. Oh, this is just the saddest little story. Yeah, boy.
So did we break a brake line or did we break the fitting loose?
Bit of human spirit.
Yeah.
Rounded off the fucking flat edge of that nut, and that's about it. That'll fly again.
Alrighty.
Fuck, you can tell we're over 40 working on this. Sounds like fucking women's tennis.
I know. He's still doing it.
Red hot, Taylor. Red hot.
Oh man, what are you doing?
Getting old.
You good?
Yep.
Spring's gonna fall out on our faces.
Probably.
Ready to catch. That way we can both work on it. We have a diff. I guess now I need to make a phone call. Get Luke to pick this up and make it happen. Okay, so now that we've got the diff out of the car, that's sitting at the door, waiting for Luke to pick up, we move on to this part of the car, which is removing all this rubbish. Yeah, we need to ditch all this. But before I remove it, remove all the top end so we can get our sandwich plate on there, I want to show you the awesomeness of the V6 and just how ridiculous this setup is.
Which makes good vacuum, boss.
Yeah, she's got plenty of vacuum. Yeah, wow. It's amazing, isn't it?
Need some hard piping.
Yeah. But that's all right. We're going to ditch this setup. We're going to go with this sandwich plate over here from Mace. So made out of a phenylitic type material. It's got the cooler in there. Obviously pass water in there. So we'll have to step down our hoses to this size and then back up again for our various coolers. But yeah, that will go under the blower. And as you can see, it's a fair bit thinner. Will it be as efficient as our barrel cooler? Maybe not, but it will take heat out of it. It's going to have to. It has to take heat out of it. And that's what we need. We need to take heat out of the charge, but we want to also keep it under the bonnet, at least for the time being. So we're going to put that where our adapter plate is now, which will drop the blower down a full inch or so. So I reckon, let's crack into it.
Let's go.
Go. Back to the storeroom for you. Plenty of vacuum.
All of the vacuum.
Yeah. Good.
Good.
Alrighty. Cover everything in the 85. And there we have it. Useful, but look, I'm not saying we'll never put this back on again, but at the moment we're going to go for the low profile option, and maybe we'll revisit this again a bit later. I know that's going to make some people angry. I don't care. Rightio, well, we have stripped the supercharger off our L67, eliminated the adapter plate that was under there, getting ready to put our intercooler in there, which is obviously a whole lot thinner. As you can see, there's quite a bit of surface area there, which means we've had to modify the blower case. Our mate Baz from Baz Spec warned us about this, so we stripped a rotor pack out of this spare supercharger case, sent it up to him. He has machined out the base there. You can see what the standard setup looks like there. So this obviously will allow us to use all of that surface area there of the intercooler, which means we have to rebuild this blower, put it back together, probably put some new bearings and stuff in it, so it'll be much better, and then we'll use our snout, which Baz machined earlier, on this blower, get it in, get it on, get it boosting. That's the plan. But it's not going to happen right now. It's pretty much beer o'clock. So me and you, Benny, tomorrow we're going to be clearancing some gaskets and some other stuff and rebuilding blowers and yeah, kicking goals. There we have it. Anyway, we'll catch you tomorrow. So unfortunately, we're still waiting on parts and Benny's had to go home. We've still got the blower case here sitting all empty and forlorn. We've decided we're going to rebuild this with new bearings and everything, but none of that has arrived yet. There's the rotor pack that came out of that blower. As you can see, all the coatings off the rotors, but I'm not super concerned about that. I'm sure it'll work fine. It did work fine. I'm pretty sure they're the rotors that came out of the car originally that we bought. Anyway, so we've been messing around over here with our new intercooler. We've just got the original blower, our other blower sitting on it, and we've got our intercooler plate under there, couple bolts holding it in position, and we thought we'd do a bit of a bonnet clearance test. And as you can see from the plasticine, it is right on the margin. In fact, I have doubts. So I'm going to have to just do it. I didn't want to. I wanted to leave our nice under bonnet felt there, our insulator, but we can't. We have to remove it. So I have a magic little tool over here that I brought back from the States last time I was there. I've got a whole packet of these things of different shapes and sizes. This came from Harbour Freight in the US and cost bugger all. I think it was like a couple bucks for the whole pack. And basically they're handy because they slide behind all your trim stuff and just pop your tabs without doing too much damage. Of course, this one's going to make a liar out of me, isn't it? There we go. Just sort of up and out. Look at that.
Look, I'll take it.
Yep, there you go. Oh, I know you'll take it.
I love taking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the way I took it. That's cool.
All right, so we'll just build a little penis out of plasticine. Drop test. There's no dent in the bonnet. That's good. All right. Well, it's a bit mashed. Let's see. Got some moves. There's actually a little bit of clearance there. I reckon that'll work. There's bugger all clearance, but we only need a little bit, and we have a little bit. Cool. Just send it. So we've checked the bonnet for clearance. We have enough clearance, which is good to see. We were discussing rebuilding the other blower, and we just got these parts in from Mace. So we've got blower oil and we've got some snout bearings and stuff, but we don't have case bearings. Apparently they're out of stock, which means the whole idea of rebuilding the blower right now is not going to happen because why rebuild it with half the parts? I need to rebuild it with all the parts. Anyway, so we'll put those things aside until we get all the bits, and we're just going to send it with this blower, which it's not the blower we deserve, but it's the blower we need, unfortunately. Yeah, it probably won't work super efficient because it hasn't been machined out like we did with the other case. It is what it is. We have a week and a half to have this thing ready for Holden Nats. It has no diff in it. The water to air system's not in it. We need to get this happening, so we're sending it with that blower. So let's finish bolting it up. All right, so the guys at Mace recommend torquing down to 13 Newton meters very carefully. You know, it is compacted wood, so it's not alloy, so it probably doesn't get as much torque as a full alloy setup would go, but got gaskets in there, it's ready to go. Let's hook up the rest of it. Bit of Vaso, bit of Barry White, a bit of foreplay. Oh yeah. Everything is hooked up. Hopefully she should start now. So let's hit the key, see what happens. Battery's flat. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's try that again. Things are priming. Don't see any leaks. Jump pack flat. One more try. Gotta charge that jump pack. Okay, next up, we need to mount our heat exchanger. So that's going to go behind the front bar. Got to make it happen. We can make this happen. We have some steel. And we have a bunch of tools from Hare & Forbes, so this will be easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hulk smash. identicals. Oh, what? You want me to mount them? Okay, we'll do that. Drill bit's a bit bent. Drill bit is not bent anymore, she broken. Yeah. Full safety squint, even with the glasses on. Ugh. That ain't going anywhere. Well, we've got our heat exchanger in there, ready to go. Now it's just plumbing lines from this to the cooler, well, the cooler to this, and then back to the pump. The tank is getting made up as we speak. We've been approached by a young guy by the name of Jake, who's helping us out with some alloy fab stuff. He said, yeah, he's well experienced with the fab stuff. So we gave him a big job to start off with. It's a massive job actually. You wait till you see this tank show up. But it's looking pretty good. We'll get the tank in, the pump in, the lines in. We'll have an intercooled setup. It'll be awesome. And that is the diff arriving right now. Hey mate, how are we?
Good, thank you.
All done, all sorted. Yep.
Paint job, it was a quick brush job.
That's all right. We needed it quick.
Yeah.
You did it quick. That's awesome. Alrighty.
Standing?
Yep. So we've got 3 7 gears. We've got our, what's it, torque lock center?
Torque lock, true track, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And you said there's oil in it ready to go. You put
There is,
the correct oil in there already.
All ready to go.
Cool.
Fire
All right.
it up and, yeah.
We'll smash that in, and that'll take, I hope, 3/10 of our quarters. That'd be awesome. So we've got a fair chunk of our intercooler setup all in there. We've got our diffs just shown up, so that's tomorrow's job. But we've charged up the jump pack, so I'm ready to hit the key and make sure this thing runs. Priming. What the fuck? I think we have a vacuum leak there somewhere. Shit. Well, bugger. So, when Mace sent us this stuff, they did recommend that we use this goo to seal the gaskets down and stuff like that. And to be honest, I didn't really want to do it because, well, I haven't used it yet. I've managed to seal everything every time and it's been fine. Well, now it's not fine, so I think we're going to have to go with the goo, which means early tomorrow I'm going to pull all that off, redo that, re-goo it, well, goo it in the first place, make it seal so it doesn't, idle at 3,000 RPM. And then we put the diff in it and then we get it ready for racing next weekend. But I think you're going to see all that on a future episode of Carnage because, we got a lot done. We did. So let's redo some of that next week and get it ready to race next weekend and run 12s. We'll see you then.